ways.
Absolutely.
And for them to continue to try to have this happen on even a smaller scale, I mean, yay.
Yeah, and it's kind of positive, outlook for everybody, moving forward. One of the people that we keep talking about is just pivoting in the best direction is Ogilvy.
Yeah, I mean,
January 29th through the 31st, they have their Journeys in Food, and it's for Italy. It's a weekend package, and it includes a 6-course Italian wine dinner. It includes skiing at Ogilvy, good zoo admission, and ice skating at Willing Park. So you can call, and actually breakfast.
Don't you get to meet the chef too?
Mountaineer, yeah. Well, it doesn't say you get to meet.
I thought there was something's going on that they are.
It's cooking demonstrations.
Yeah, and I feel like there's a spotlight on the chef up there. I saw that somewhere, but yeah, I mean, how fun is that?
Yeah, it's exclusive programming for Wilson Lodge guests, including team trivia, family bingo, and more. Yeah, I like a good bingo.
I love bingo. Not gonna lie, it's just my inner grandma coming out.
Right?
Always.
I used to go to Longer Burger basket bingo like all the time, wherever it was. Even if I had to go by myself, I was so into Longer.
Was you one of those
Burger
people that had
baskets.
your own like doppers and like did like little over your boards?
No,
Yes, she was. I'm sure.
I swear I wasn't. No.
We play Monster Bingo at home, and it's just a nice way for us. I give Willie actually the board that you have to put all of them on to like keep track of like what you actually like picked. So everyone, he's like, I got it. And I'm like, I know you did. You're winning. But it's just to keep him entertained so that me and Cece can actually play a game together. But we'll play it for a long time.
That's nice. Yeah, and then they also have a really nice Valentine's Day package. So if you're looking at doing what they call it, a staycation, like a a stay destination, that's a really good idea.
I love some of the signs that I'm seeing for a socially distanced Valentine's Day. I would want nothing more.
What is your I like to be alone today.
Yeah.
Peace, quiet, read a book.
Yeah.
Prop my feet up.
Yeah, stay away from me. I know you love me. I've known that forever. Leave me alone.
Now, here's a funny event. It's a girls' night out, and it's a girl in gun shoot.
Hey,
I mean, yeah, ladies only day, open to the public. It's $5 per shooter. It's in Moundsville at the Northern Regional Correction.
interesting location for an all-female event.
Yeah.
It's Parents' Night Out at the Highland Sports Complex this Friday. I believe it's Friday the 22nd, Sonia. Can you bring it up on your calendar? Yeah, if today's the 20th, Friday has to be the 22nd. But yeah, they're doing a Parents' Night Out, drop your kids off, and they get to play and do whatever. If you bring your receipt back that you enjoyed other places at the Highlands, you get like a discount or like a coupon and stuff like that. Yeah, you can go to highlandsportscomplex.com or their Facebook page for more information, but it's a step in the right direction.
Yeah.
Other big news today was the Marshall and Ohio counties opened up the vaccination to 55 and older, I believe.
Yes, after 100 attempts to get through today.
I
did not.
Yeah, my aunt and uncle called for over 2 hours and never was successful. And I'm not going to lie, I'd love for my uncle, and my aunt. I mean, she's high risk, but my uncle has had a complete fear of this and really has only left the house for absolutely necessities since last February. I mean, it's everybody, when you think about everybody's stages and where they are and what boat they're in, I feel for him because it is the health of it and the severity of the virus and how it could affect him is very fearful for not only him but for all of us.
It is, and the worst part is we have a coworker, and her husband is in the hospital with COVID, and it's really hard to watch someone not be able to be with their family.
Yeah.
Not to be able to go to the hospital, be by their side, and to be able to cope. Do you know what I mean? Without, that 24-hour, reassurance and being there and, having someone to hold your hand the whole entire time you're in the hospital. That might be the worst thing I hate about COVID is hearing those kinds of stories.
The isolation.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's the mental health.
Yeah, and that's your companion of how many years and your best friend, and you get a phone call, and that's,
And the sad part is a lot of times they're able to make one phone call before being ventilated. And once they get put on the ventilator, there is no communication, and, you just don't know at that point. I mean, there's been serious success stories, but there's also been, that's the last phone call they made. And some of these nurses, I follow some of those stories just because I'm an empath. So like I always want to see how others are helping other people. And it is, to hear some of these nurses that have just taken on the role of that person to hold their hand or just to tell them that, I'm here. It's really touching.
Yeah, I remember seeing early on in this one hospital, actually, their nurses raised money to get every patient an iPad. That way they could FaceTime their loved ones.
Yeah.
And that, I mean, you see that stuff firsthand, and it affects everybody on all sides, and it's really difficult.
Yeah. It really just kind of puts the severity of the virus at a different level. Whether, I don't know. It is. But you know what? Let's talk about the big event tomorrow for A through L students.
School's back.
School, first day of school for those that are choosing to go back, and that would be me.
Yeah, and some schools went back 5 days this week in Ohio.
Yeah.
And some went back. Some people are still transitioning. Poor Buckeye Southwest, their school, they got a brand new roof, something happened, and it flooded. And they're still trying to pivot and trying to figure out, you have all this damage. And it's just like anything else. I mean, I'm sure it's,
Yeah.
a fight with the insurance company.
I'm sure it is.
But they're at St. Joseph's Catholic Church in Tiltonsville, some of the elementary students. So,
People are pivoting harder than Ross and Chandler on that stairwell, moving a couch,
It was kind of funny, though, to hear my dogs barking twice the other morning. And I
Yeah.
was just like, what is going on? And I was like, oh, my God,
Kids.
it's school day. It's a school day. So now we have to get the dogs readjusted to the moms.
The communications me and the girls had this morning was, you guys will be going to bed when I tell you tonight. You will be getting up. Because, right now they can just get up and just roll with me to work and not really do much, to prepare. And it's tomorrow will be different because, we leave to take Willie usually around like 8 to like 8:15, or sometimes we wouldn't leave the house till like 8:30 just to go in the office by like 9. Lila has to be at work to school by 8 a.m. So,
big adjustment for everybody.
it is, but we are morning people, but they like to lay around and kind of gain their grounds in the morning. My worst mistake is thinking, I'll let them sleep in, they'll just get up and get ready. It's horrible. And sometimes I'm a little selfish with that time in the morning because I like to get up, get ready. I do usually a load of laundry, or I put away some clothes, or root around the kitchen, something like that. I mean, I'm one of those get up and start type people. And so a lot of times, I'll be getting out of the shower to be 7 o'clock, and I'm still not even thinking to wake them up because I'm just enjoying my time.
Yeah. Well, we have been letting the kids stay up as late as they want. That way we have the mornings. Well, this past week, we're, getting ready, for the older ones to go back, to get back to another rhythm. And so I made them turn the TV off at 9:30. And the littlest one said so innocently, "Are you joking?"
Yeah.
We all started laughing. We started crying because I made him turn the TV off
I
at 9:30.
know. It's so
and I
funny
was
what they
like,
think is
"Oh my
punishments.
God."
It's like, literally, my 11-year-old wants to be more independent. And I'm like, I'll gladly let you stay up and watch, like stay up past 9 o'clock or whatever. I said, but when I try to go wake you up and I can't budge you, I can't move you, you're making it difficult. I was like, you have to make a choice. If I stay up late, I still have to get up in the morning, like it's just the way it is. Now, Saturdays and Sundays, sure, I'll let them sleep in unless we have tennis or something like that. But it's just sadly their lives and their schedule is mine right now.
Yeah. And on the weekends when they do sleep in, you get different kids.
Oh, heck yeah.
By 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, they're still,
Oh, the other day,
excited
Lila,
about the day.
yeah, Lila came downstairs like 1:30 and she's like, what? I don't think I've ate anything yet today. Because she didn't. She wasn't hungry at breakfast, so she chose to skip out. And then she was playing some game. And then we started playing a game and just lost track. We and the other kids went outside to play in the snow. And she came outside, she was like, I think I'll eat something now. I'm like, yeah, and you would need to come out and breathe some fresh air and, hang with us for a little bit.
I still think it's really funny. Olivia Lola had a ton of snow. They're
Like
out
4 or
having the
5
time of their lives.
Build snow furniture, everything.
At the top of Ogilvy Hill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At the bottom of Ogilvy Hill, it's like ugly rain. You know what I mean?
I
Like
know.
drizzle rain and no snow to be seen.
And every morning we wake up and like the sidewalks I'd shoveled had already been covered again. And it's like that wet snow, so it has like a slick ability to it. When we played in Sunday, I actually had to wash all of our snow clothes because we were just covered in mud towards like after like hour 2.
Yeah.
Everyone was like, why are we going in? I was like, well, I'm not really pleased being covered in mud. You know, like I felt like I was rolling around, like 'cause certain areas were just saturated. And it got a little colder like that. But even Monday morning going to my workout class, I was like, what? Where'd we get this? It's not even supposed to snow.
Yeah, you sent it. I was just like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I sent her a picture, like, this is what I drove to at 4:30 in the morning. And it was just a complete whiteout.
Well, I heard, was it this morning, I think, down in Moundsville.
Oh,
It
yeah.
was like a blizzard. We barely got anything.
We
you
got-
know,
we got nothing
on the-
today.
on the street.
Yeah. Shady Side had like 4 or 5 inches.
Stop it.
Yeah.
Isn't that
They
kinda
had a
funny?
snow day in Marshall County today.
Lola, when you used to live in the Yorkville, Tiltonsville area, do you remember like you would hit, is it Wonder Bread or Nichols Bakery in Ferry?
Nichols.
Nichols. So there's a line right by Nichols Bakery. You could be pouring down rain,
Yep.
and then you cross this magical line, and then you get on the other side, and it's nothing. Not a drop. Not a.
It is the Wheeling Split. It seems like all the weather splits. We don't get anything here necessarily, but boy, north or south, forget it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about, that invisible line.
Yeah, I used to laugh because you would cross it and not a drop of rain on the ground, and it's like, how does that work?
So I have that wraparound porch. I've stood in the corner of where it meets, and it'd be raining on this side of my house and complete sun shining on that side.
It's like in Florida.
It's
where,
great.
you
I
know,
take a video every time. It's happened twice now, like in the last 3 years. It's crazy.
Yeah.
And there's always a rainbow because, the sun is out and shining. I love that's my favorite rain is when the sun's out because you know you can find it. Well, we've really taken a turn for the Winging It
I know.
conversations
That's
with weather.
why this show is called that.
I'd like to say that we wanted to get somebody in to talk about some taxes and things like that, but we were a little unaware of how, like, if we were having a show or how, like, it would pan out. And when we found out that, your Wheeling wasn't going to be on today, we thought, well, maybe we wasn't going to be on either. But then when we were assured that this show gets much more people
Yeah, Chad.
listening, Chad, that we were like, okay, we better do it for our people, our listeners, right?
I am so glad for you guys.
Yeah. But
You're what keeps the station afloat.
quote it. I'm sure that's kind of like sad.
Listen, last night, if you would have saw, so I had a lot going on last night, and I look at my phone, and there's like 32 messages, and it's Chad and Olivia going back and forth at each other, just crap talking. It's hilarious.
Hey.
Just like,
I was in the car wash. I had time.
I really needed that laugh. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, but I was like, nice try, rookie. Like, you can't insult me here. Like, it's not happening.
Yeah, really.
But anyways, but we was trying to get somebody on to talk about taxes. So we do have some things coming up over the next, is it next week or the following week? We got Jessica Ryan coming in to discuss Super Bowl recipes, and we got Aaron Karenbauer coming in to talk about some new things that Anheuser-Busch and Karenbauer is rolling out with. They've got a lot of new drinks coming out this year.
Oh, good, because they've got really great seltzer.
My girls love their Bud Light seltzers,
Yeah.
I do too.
their variety pack. Yeah.
I like those Bon Vif she brought in too that day that she dropped off to us.
Yeah.
Those are good. Lots of good stuff, not just,
Good stuff. But I'm also excited. I don't know if you know, Lola, the tax deadline's pushed back now to February 11th.
Yes.
Because they're going to be releasing all kinds of
new
big words
incentives,
and new
yeah.
incentives. Yeah. Yeah. Even something as simple as apparently if you buy a 6,000-pound vehicle, there's a tax credit for that if you bought it in 2020. I find that kind of stuff to be funny.
Wow.
I mean, of all years that really need you to cut a little bit of a break here and there,
This is it.
I think 2020 pretty much was it.
So she's coming on the 12th, you said?
10th.
On the 10th.
Yeah, the 10th, Lisa Blue will be on. To kind of discuss some new things. There's new incentives for parents, for filing and how they file. So they push back. It's not like push back the deadline. They push back the date
You can file.
that you can file for the first time. Like a lot of people would file like as of like what, January, what?
I don't know what it was, but my sister hit that enter button on that day.
You guys are waiting on it, yeah. See, I don't even have none of my W-2s have come for like half of my stuff, especially like my mineral rights, and those are always lagging. You know, when I say mineral rights, no, everybody, I don't make a bunch of money, but you still have to file it as income. But that always comes, you know, towards the beginning of February.
Yeah, because they wait until the very last day.
Last
that they
minute,
have
yeah,
to
to
get it
send.
out. Yeah.
You know, my student loans this year, I don't have to worry about it because they wasn't charging interest last year. So,
Oh, that's a sad face one, huh?
well,
Because that's what you got money back for, was the interest you paid on, right?
yeah, but honestly, like for me personally, my student loan interest rate is 0.8%. So like I really didn't, it really didn't amount to much anyways. That's why I don't pay it off, because it actually just looks like really great debt because it's such a low interest rate. I can make the payment and it just goes, and it's actually good, like strong debt, not like hard, you know, stuff. So, and I've had it, let's see, I'm 41, I've graduated 21, so I've had it for 20 years. It's almost gone, but just holding on to my youth just a little bit with that student loan debt.
My girls, I don't want to say I forced them. They have chose, I hope, 50-50 to stay with me. But I said, you give me 2 years after college, as much as you can, every single paycheck you pay on your student loans. 2 years, you'll have them paid off. And my oldest daughter actually paid hers off 2 months ago, because the nice thing is, though, is this whole past year, they have been interest-free.
Interest-free.
And I was
Makes
like, take
a
advantage of that
big
while
difference,
you can.
especially on new school loans. It took me a while to get my school loans at that low interest rate. When I first got out of college, they were like, oh, you owe $826, but only $26 is going to your principal, basically. I was like, what?
I know.
Like, what is this? Yeah. So I did a bunch of finagling and calling, and finally got to the right program to where I got it to this, but it took a good 4 years of doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know, deferment is what my first choice was, because
Yeah, when someone says, do you want to defer for 36 months, your answer at the age of 21, 22 is, yeah.
yeah, especially when your bill's like $400 and some dollars.
absolutely.
Yes, I do, because I finally have more than $10 in my pocket.
Yeah,
Which I
that's
didn't
anybody's
probably at that
answer
time.
at that age. But I made sure I stayed on my kids and said, hey, if I can give you one word of advice, this is it.
Yeah,
This is it.
yeah.
All right, guys, well, we're going to take a break. Please support the sponsors that support this station. You're listening to The Watchdog.
Wheeling Coin and Hobby on 10th Street in Wheeling, next to the Bridge Tavern in downtown Wheeling, wants to buy any and all unwanted gold and silver jewelry. They are paying top dollar for 10, 14, 18, and 22 karat gold, plus 925 sterling silver. They also want to buy collectible coins and paper money from before 1933. Wheeling Coin and Hobby is open daily from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., Monday through Saturday. Coin and Hobby, 304-232-8430, and add them on Facebook.
Hey, I'm going to the kitchen. Can I grab you a Coors Light?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Huh. I never knew there was a zip line in my fridge. Hey! Hey, buddy! Yeah? You got 2 Coors Lights up there?
You got it!
Always brewed down to 34 degrees. With a taste as cold as the Rockies, only Coors Light gives you refreshment every time.
Here you go. 2 Coors Lights.
Awesome, man. Wow, these are really cold.
That's the only way I deliver it.
Sure, I mean, you being a mountain climber and all,
Yep.
you probably need a pretty warm coat in there, huh?
Yep.
Hey, Ben,
Yeah!
ask him if he has any nachos.
You got any nachos in there?
No.
Just icy cold Coors Light?
Yep.
That makes